Hello YouTube, Video Game House here once again with another Palworld TCG video. So we got another little bit of an update on the channel itself, along with a little bit of a teaser with the demo day that did happen at the recent Bushiroad Anime Expo. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go, so I don't have any B-roll of the game itself, but we did get an update on how the game is going to be played. So, funny part is, if you actually go to the Palworld official card game website, if you go down here into news, it actually doesn't have any information. It just has the most recent thing being the card retailers to team up with Palworld, so that way that Palworld can send retailers their starter decks and their packs to sell on their shops. That's the most recent thing, but that did come out over 10 days ago. But if you go to things like journals or products, stuff like that, none of these are updated. But hidden up here, if you go to the For Beginners tab, which is not on the main page for some unknown reason, you actually get a little bit more information about the official card game. What is Palworld? Palworld is a multiplayer, monster-catching, open-world survival crafting game set in the world inhabited by mysterious creatures called pals. Since early access launch in January of 2024, total player count across Steam, Xbox, PS5, and Mac has exceeded 35 million, making it a global phenomenon. But what is the official card game? Alongside pals, other elements of the game such as gears, events, and structures will be brought to life as cards combine a variety of cards and recreate the Palworld experience in this trading card game that offers depth of strategy and freedom. So it does show this image, the main deck, including pal cards, gear cards, events cards, structure cards, and the soul deck being the soul cards. Now, these are cards that were displayed to us during the release event where they showed it off during the Bushiroad conference. I believe it was on the 8th of February. And the deck has been allocated to 50 cards of the main deck being pal cards, gears, events, and structures, and a 10-card soul deck. We're going to talk about a couple of the other cards that were shown off during the pre-release where people were able to take pictures and such, and the cards they did show off on the products page in a minute. So, all cards feature brand new illustrations other than pal cards, gear cards, event cards, and structure cards will have brand new illustrations drawn specifically for the game. The pals do have images of their own as well. These are taken as all new images from artists to create the card game itself. The accessories, like I said, 50-card main deck, 10-card soul deck. And here are some of the basics of the game in order to actually play. An explanation of each card type and that you win when your opponent's life becomes 0. A pal card. These cards serve as the main characters of the game, taking the lead in battles and working. One up here is the cost, is how many, when the card is placed in the base, rests the number of souls according to the number of cards shown. So, obviously, your 10-card soul deck is equal to how many you can use in order to play cards like Kativa, the pal. It costs 2. Power cost, the bottom middle of the card. I kind of guessed that during my little setup as to what it's going to do. It has, it's going to be the power level of the card. The amount of damage that will be dealt when a pal battles another pal or structure. So it means we can attack structures as well. And 3, the strike damage. The amount of damage that will be dealt to the player when a pal attacks an opponent player. So there's going to be something like shields in certain games or prize cards, say like in Pokemon, where there's a amount of damage you have to deal via strike to win the game. Gear cards, mainly tools and weapons that can empower your pals or deal direct damage to your opponent's pals, such as this single-shot rifle. Event cards with a powerful one-time use effect, which again, somebody did bring up a Reckless Charge, kind of a cameo or inspired by, I guess you can say, another card, which I'm pretty sure we're going to see when we go check out some of the cards that we found online. And a structure card. This is a furnace, a primitive furnace, which I find very funny. But it says, various abilities will activate when you assign a pal. What is assigning? By resting a pal, which is, I'm assuming, tapping it, turning it, stuff like that, some similar to other games, they can be put to work as at a structure. One is the durability of the card, 600. So you saw before the strike damage, or the attack damage of Kativa is 200, and you can target things like the primitive furnace, so you'd only do 200 of its 600 HP. When a structure receives damage more than its durability, it gets destroyed. Doesn't really explain on whether or not you have to attack with 700 in order to destroy this. Or if you can use Kativa and another card to attack the furnace to destroy it to get to 600 plus. So it doesn't really show that off yet. but in the demo, it probably explained that a little bit more. Damage check. When an opponent's player attacks, the attacked player reveals cards from the top of their deck according to the number of strike listed on the opponent's card. If the card with the lucky icon is revealed, the damage gets canceled. That's hysterical. You win when your opponent's life goes to 0. Attack your opponent with your pals and aim for victory. I did not know that. When an opponent's player attacks, the attacked player reveals cards from the top of their deck according to the number of strike. Huh. So this Chillet is a strike 2. So if I flip 2 cards, and then I flip this Chillet card specifically, I cancel all damage. Huh. Nifty. Now, at the bottom of this, you can go to products page, which I can show you what it loads out to, which is this page right here. This shows off the trial decks. If you go to the trial deck page, which is Dawn of Palpagos' red-blue and Dawn of Palpagos' green-purple. And it does show off a little bit as to what's in it. The booster pack that comes out is going to be the Dawn of Palpagos' first booster set. Just the Dawn of Palpagos instead of a starter deck. As of right now, there are no other products as of this time period, but we can go over the trial deck, which does show off quite a bit of information here. They did change the release day, by the way, by 1 day. The release of Dawn of Palpagos comes out July 30th, 2026, instead of what it originally was, which is July 31st. I'm not quite sure if they actually updated that on the main page, but it did change the release date to the 30th rather than the 31st that it was originally. So we get, in the starter deck, you get the red-blue or the green-purple starter deck, and it comes with a 50-card main deck and a 10-card soul deck, and a extra booster pack of Dawn of Palpagos. Now, this is actually pretty funny. I did go over this, and it's silly how they make it so that way you can have value in the starter deck. So the starter deck, featuring all originally Dawn illustrations, gives you 1 pack of Dawn of Palpagos that'll also be included, but 1 parallel rarity card. The Trial Deck Super Rare, TSR, or the Trial Deck Super Parallel, the TSP, will be included, replacing a card from the 50-card main deck. So if you buy it, there's a 1 out of that 50-card starter deck that is going to be unique to that starter deck that you cannot pull in a pack. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, it's nice. It gives value to the starter deck that didn't originally exist, because obviously a starter deck is made of just starter deck type cards. But now, if people like to max rarity their decks, they have a way to max rarity, because you can buy a starter deck, giving the starter deck some kind of value, and then use the parallel rare to resell or trade with to help somebody else get a full rared starter deck. I personally like doing that myself. It's dependent on how expensive the cards are, because it's a trial deck card. It might be cheap to get, so if it's like $1 compared to the common, which is like 10 cents, I'd end up doing something along those lines, because it's it's cool. I like the shininess. It's cool. But not everyone's about that. Included in the contents, a 60-card main deck, the 50 cards in the soul deck, of course, the paper play mat, and a play guide so you can learn how to play the game, a life counter, material and ingredient counter, not sure what that's for exactly yet, and 1 pack of Dawn of Palpagos. The cards featured in the product may be reprinted or featured in future products. Some cards may be replaced with parallel versions. The booster pack included in this product will also be released on the same day, and design and specifications are subject to change. Now, in both of these, you have to check both of them. They're both the same information you get for the trial deck, but it has 3 shown cards here. We got Foxparks, Lamball, and Pangolin. We've seen this Lamball card since the beginning, so that's nothing special. I do like the Pangolin back here. Funny enough, I wish the camera could go over here onto this Pangolin. It's way cuter than the one in the front, but that's just my opinion. But this Foxparks, man, I don't know if it's going to get like an illustrator or like a, multiple besides just common. It could have like a full art card or something like that. This Foxparks is adorable. I want that one. That one's cute. So there is global demos from spring 2026 onwards. I haven't been able to find any videos online as of yet for the game. Obviously, I couldn't go to it. I'm trying to get to these events if I can, but the only one that was available as of this time for the pre-release was a $70 ticket to get into the event, and it was a 10 to 12 hour drive on a random weekend that I did not plan ahead for. So, not able to get those. But those who did take part will receive a prototype deck. The prototype deck is meant for demo purposes only. So, the cards will potentially get reprinted. The art can change, the effects can change, the attacks can change. So those cards may or may not be available to use in the actual card game when they do come out. Just something to be put into perspective there. And those were the first three we got to see. And then in the other one, the green-purple deck, you get to see Kativa's card, which you saw during the other page that I showed you. Then we get a couple of Hookrates, and they don't have the names on top of the card. It's funny. These are just the images that they're going to be using for the card. So I did find online, Reddit, of course, that some people have shown off some of the earlier cards here. So we can go over a few of the things. We did see a starter deck pull. So this is the Chillet, the Grizzbolt, Relaxosaurus, and Jormuntide Ignis. Jormuntide Ignis goes way harder than I feel like it should be. But these are some of the deck cards. Looks like somebody pulled it out of their deck list here. You can see in the corner, there's another Lucky card down here. So I'm assuming it's a second Chillet, along with 2 more Grizzbolts. Very high cost, 5, 6, 7. I don't know what that one is. And if you scroll down a little bit more, some people show off a few more of the other cards, such as Pangullet, Reckless Charge, where somebody, like I said, did notice that it does state right here, if you scroll it in, choose 1 pal, it gets plus 300 until the end of turn. It's a 1-cost card kind of thing, you know? So, you know, Reckless Charge. Rush recklessly. Here's the Jormuntide Ignis and 8 costs. There's only a 10-cost soul deck, by the way, so there's only 10 in there. It has a luck trigger. It's got an 8 cost. It's 1,300 power compared to most of the things you've seen. Turn 1, discard 1 random card from your hand to stand this card. So I assume that there's resting is when you tap it and then stand it, flicking it up. So I'm assuming that you can... Thank you for the subscribe during my YouTube video. Jormuntide Ignis has a discard 1 card from hand to stand this card. So you're able to attack with it, discard a card, and stand it back. I don't know if you can only use it as a 1-time per event kind of thing. Like if you just like discard 1 and then discard another, discard another. If so, that'd be busted. But 1,300 plus luck is huge. I'm assuming. I don't know. Probably during the pre-release event it was. Chillet's card. It's a on deploy, which I assume is on play. Draw 2. 5 cost 800, 2 strike, plus draw 2. Pretty cool. You can see here it does have the tab for Lucky Pal. It does have a lucky symbol, and it has cooling and harvesting. So it actually does get similar abilities as to what it has in the video game. So pretty useful into actually being able to play the game. Some cards that came out, which the single strut rifle, which we've seen already. The soul cards. And where did it go? Here it is. This is the promo card that people got that is specific to the event. It's Palworld official card game soul card. It doesn't have a picture of a soul on it. It has a gold, not like gold plated, but it's gold text of Palworld, the official card game. This is only unique to the players who actually got to go to the demo event. And boy, howdy do I want one. Because it'll be just one of those cool things that when I'm playing in a tournament or something like that, you flip that in your soul deck and everyone's like, whoa, that's cool. Again, though, it does mention in the bottom left-hand corner, you may not be able to see it. Oh, I can zoom it in. These cards are not meant for sale. It's funny it says that on every card except for specifically the soul card, which you can see right there is just blanked. So I don't know if they're going to figure something out for that, but who knows? Plus, this soul says during your turn, you may rest 3 souls once during the main phase to draw 1 card. I don't know if every single card has that or if just specifically this soul has it, but we'll see. That is the most of the information we got for as of this moment. You can find some Reddit posts with some of the cards, with what they can do, and how to play the game. We will be getting these starter decks very, very soon. Countdown is 3 months. 4 months. I'm super excited to play the game. I hope we get more information on it. And if Palworld gets their eyes on this, or if Bushiroad gets their eyes on this video, or if chat or people who get interested in this game can let their, voices be heard, that I would love to be able to team up with Palworld or Bushiroad or whomever is working on the game itself, the TCG itself, to get some early access information so that way I can spill that out to you guys, let them know, let me know, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like on the video if you guys enjoy it. If you guys want to hear more information on this as soon as we get information of it, subscribe to the channel. Hasta la pasta. I'll see you guys in the next one.